Hello, my name is Diana Chacha, and I am a millennial on the move. I like to describe myself as a beauty and fashion enthusiast. Everything is online. Whatever skill that you have, post your work. You never know who is watching. As a commercial model, my office is in front of the camera. So basically, I do photo shoots. Those are still photos and videos for high-end fashion houses and products for the purpose of marketing and advertising. On a typical day, I will start with Glam because, of course, in front of the camera, you have to be well groomed. So I will begin with hair and makeup, make sure I look all glammed, and then head over to the location of the shoot, do the photos and the videos. Sometimes takes the whole day, hours. And yes, that is my normal day at work. One thing I love about what I do is that I really enjoy my work. So the glam part of it is what I love most, looking good and wearing nice clothes. So yes, I'm always looking forward to going to work. I was born and raised in Kisumu County. I went to school at the Aga Khan Primary School, did my class 1 to 8, then joined Asumbi Girls High School in Homa Bay, did well and joined the university at Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, that is JKUAT, Juja, where I studied Bachelor in Entrepreneurship. Growing up, I was a very active girl, very outgoing. I loved kuonekana. I loved being out there, being active in extracurriculum activities. And then nilikuwa napenda urembo sana. I loved playing around with dresses. I loved playing around with my mom's makeup because my mom also loves beauty, and we would fight a lot. I remember that was our biggest fight, me playing around with her lipsticks, her jewelry. I believe she just wanted me to understand about these things at the right age. Fun fact is I wanted to do fashion and design. I watched a lot of fashion. I watched a lot of e-entertainment on TV, if you know that channel. So I watched a lot of Akina Kim Kardashian. Unfortunately, or fortunately, coming from a background where my parents were strict with education, they loved that we would do, my siblings and I would do courses or careers like medicine, law, engineering. In fact, all my siblings are lawyers. But when I was joining the university, because I wanted to do fashion and design, my parents did not really like the idea. So I intentionally chose a course called entrepreneurship. And my sister, akaniambia, once I do that course, it's broad enough and I'll be able to do anything, including the fashion, being in the fashion business. I remember being in school, I would love to participate in shows like fashion show, Mr. and Miss, and I'd be part of the glam squad, picking out the outfits, picking out the looks. So I'd be out there, I'd be on the forefront of choosing looks for these Mr. and Miss shows. I also did home science in high school, particularly because of the dressing up part, the tailoring and making designs from scratch. After Form 4, I started working. I just decided to work. I was offered a chance to go to driving school, computer classes by my parents, but I was already business oriented. I used to market online by taking photos of hair. I'd go to a shop of a friend who had hair products, take photos and sell them as my own on my page on Facebook, and eventually joined Instagram and other social media platforms. So I enjoyed marketing and also did a few sold lines. Whether I sold lines, I really hustled. I love hustling. I'm naturally a hustler. So yes, I didn't go for computer classes or driving school or those short courses. No, I went to the streets to hustle. So the grades came out, and thank God I did well. I got an A minus from Asumbi Girls High School. And as I mentioned, my parents were of the idea that I pursue courses of the likes of engineering, law, sciences, medicine. But in my heart, I knew I had a passion for fashion and design. I actually applied for fashion and design at KU, and my last option I remember was entrepreneurship. When I was called, my father asked me if I was comfortable with the course or I wanted to change it. In fact, he was willing to take me to another university to do a science course and pay for me parallel instead of the direct course that I was called by the government. But I told him this was what I wanted to do because I enjoy business and I wanted to learn all the skills that comes with it. So they were very okay and they were supportive, and that is what I did. So while in JKUAT, that is where my journey in fashion and commercial modeling began, because I was doing it as a part-time job. I started out with one fashion house in Nairobi. I would go there anytime I didn't have classes. So yes, I didn't involve myself with activities inside the school, but that is when I began my journey of whatever I'm doing right now. All that time since I completed high school to the moment I joined campus, I was really, really admiring young girls who are doing modeling online. I really, really loved what they were doing, and I was hoping that one day I would end up doing that job. So I knocked on doors, I sent emails, I sent DMs, messages to different fashion houses in Nairobi. I got so many no's, so many disappointments. Others told me to wait, but I just kept on pushing it because I knew I had what it takes to do this particular job. And so one day, being a friend to someone in the limelight, she's called Size 8. Size 8 is a close friend. So one time she sent me to a fashion house to pick an outfit for an event. So when I went to that event, to the fashion house to pick the outfit, I requested the lady, because I was picking an outfit for size 8. So I requested the lady, can I please use a dress from your shop? And then after the event, I promise to bring it back in good condition, or I will pay tomorrow, because I didn't have that money at that particular time. The lady was kind enough to dress me for that event. That is around 4 years ago. The lady was kind enough to dress me for the event. So I picked an outfit for size 8 and I picked a dress for myself. The event was Groove Awards, and luckily, in God's doing, my dress ended up on the magazine. When people take photos on the red carpet, The next day I'm on a magazine and people are calling me left, right and center. Hey Diana, we can see you kwa gazeti, we see you kwa gazeti. So the lady of the shop was so happy. She was so happy that the dress was on a magazine and I gave her the credit. So when the lady saw that, she was very impressed, she was happy. And she asked me, what are you doing on Monday? I told her nothing. She asked me, see, you come and model for me. I have a photo shoot. I showed up for the photo shoot. I really, really enjoyed it. And they were the first people to give me the platform of fashion modeling. And all I can say is that was just God's doing. From that first fashion house, I grew. I've really grown. So far, so good. I have worked for a number of fashion houses, so many, more than 10 high-end fashion houses. And one mistake that I'd say I did or have done, especially while being a beginner, is that I would second guess myself so much. Once I began, I started second guessing myself, number one, and comparing myself to other people. Like, am I doing like so and so? But now I know each and every person is unique and have their own strengths. And personally, the day I learned about that, about believing in myself and embracing my own strengths, I stopped looking at other people, I stopped comparing myself to other people, and that is when now I even blew out, you know. On this journey of fashion and commercial modeling, I have been privileged to work with a couple of big brands, including high-end fashion houses such as Label Fashions, Bold Collections, Divine Collections. I've even worked with big artists in the country such as Bahati, Otile Brown, and it has come with highlights, of course. So stay tuned and I will share with you such moments after the break. I was open-minded. I got to learn more about branding. I learned skills like marketing, financing, you know, sourcing products, where these products are coming from. I was eager to learn. I still am eager to learn, and I watch closely what happens in these companies. So as an entrepreneur, a certified entrepreneur from the university, it has impacted more skills in me, because it's like practicals, you know. When you're in the fashion industry, it's not just about posing for the photos and them posting them out there. You learn how they post, what it takes to One thing that helps me to stand out as a model in the crowd is that I like to keep myself updated. I like to know the trending, you know, anything that is trending, anything new, especially now that we are in the digital era. You must be a step ahead, you know. Content creation nowadays is not just about posing for photos and posting them out there. You need to do more so that your products, you know, go out there. So I keep my mind open to learning and updating myself every day, learning new trends and content creation. You know, that is what makes me, I believe, stand out. I look at myself in the next 10 to 5 years as a top fashion business woman. I want to achieve a dream of having a big beauty house that has anything and everything beauty under one roof. One thing that we go wrong as millennials when we try to pursue our passion is we think that we'll start today and make it tomorrow. We forget that there's a journey. We forget that there's pain, there's sweat, there's struggles, you know, disappointments. We forget there's a journey. And one thing I like to tell people who tell me, oh, Dan, I look up to you, especially on the DM. I get so many young girls who they've just cleared their high school, they just joined campus. They tell me, I want to do what you do. How did you start? And I'm always open to telling them my story, and I'm always open to telling them it has been a journey, and I'm not even where I want to be. I'm way niko mbali. I'm not yet there. So, and I've always learned to appreciate the journey, so that one day when I can comfortably say that I have made it, I will look back and I will appreciate myself, because I have gone through the process of growth. We are in a digital era. Yani everything is digital, everything is online. So if you have a talent, may it be singing, dancing, cooking, whatever skill that you have, just make sure you put yourself out there. Post your work, post your talent, post your hobbies. One thing I like to say is you never know who is watching. Your social media is your CV. I will approach you according to how you present yourself, you see. Personally, the brand that gave me my first platform didn't find me on social media, but they found me on a nice photo. I had the confidence to ask her for a dress, and when we went for the red carpet event, I took a nice photo. I saw him with a camera. My intention was to ask him for a photo, take his number, and then ask him for the photo after the event. But the next day, my photo was on a magazine, and that photo is what gave me the platform of being in a fashion house. And from that first fashion house, I used to post my work on my page. Nangoja the photos zitoke, I pick them and I also put them on my social media platforms, and that is how other fashion houses got to know me and got to see my work.